Okay, our topic of the day is exams and how much we hate them.
And how much we hate exams.
Yeah, and see, F minus, I actually think that's kind of redundant because it's kind of like a double negative. It's like,
which is a positive!
You didn't fail. Oh, so I did well. No, but you got an F minus. I've never gotten one. I don't think I've ever gotten anything under like
we don't get
B.
letters here.
No, we get percentages.
Yeah.
But
we're Canadians, A.
Yeah, A. But if you think about it, like an F minus would be like under like 50% or something. If you think about it. But like I normally get like 80s, so that'd be like a B, I think.
I think that's like a B plus.
Something like that.
But we don't want to talk about letters.
No,
we want to talk about exams.
Yeah, okay, I just had finals. Well, actually, I have one on Monday. And let's just say afterwards, I'm kind of like dead.
I hate exams.
Me too. I used to have midterms. I'm like, why do we have midterms? We're in junior high. Nobody cares. Exactly. And our school's stupid, and we have exams like every like month.
Nah, some of
so we have like 8. Yeah, we have like 8 a year. Which doesn't really work because we have less than 8. Well, we have 8 months of school. But, I mean, we don't really have exams every month. We have it, like, every 6 weeks or something messed up. But at the end of the year, we have, like, 2 in a row.
Exactly. And you're like, what the hell?
And I'm like, okay, I'm happy that I'm in senior high because we have half-year courses. So we only have 4, which kind of sucks because if you fail one, you're kind of...
failed.
Yeah, you kind of got to do really well in the other one. But it still sucks.
It does. You know what I hate about exams? When you start seeing when you see a whole bunch in a row, you're like A, you're like, oh snap.
I know, and
one is definitely wrong.
And then you're not sure because you're like, oh my god. Like once I had an exam, I swear the whole thing was like A. There's like 1 B, and I'm like, oh crap, I failed. But I couldn't find out any answers. And then she's like, oh, I was just gonna do that to see if I could mess you up. I'm like, why would you do that?
That's what my teacher said she was gonna do. She's like, be prepared. If all the answers are A, it's right.
You know, okay.
Thanks.
But for that exam, there was I think like 1 kid who literally just put A for everything because they didn't even want to do the exam, and they ended up getting like everything right except for 1 question. I was like, how does that work? Well, no, there's written, so they kind of like got 100% on the multiple choice. Yeah. But then they kind of failed the written because they just didn't answer it. They wrote like 2 for everything. And you're like, the answer's obviously not 2. 2 plus 2 does not equal 2.
Exactly.
Like duh.
I hate the kind of exams where okay, where they're out of like 4, and if you get 1 wrong, you're like, crap.
Yeah, 75%. Well,
yeah,
that sucks. And they're like, oh, it doesn't count for anything. But yes, it does.
If it doesn't count for anything, don't give it to us.
It's like, I'm sorry, I hate it when teachers are like, it doesn't count for anything. Obviously it does. Every little mark counts for something.
Something, even if it's only like 0.5%.
It'd be like 1%, but that still is 1%.
Difference between honors and honors with distinction. We're so smart.
Yeah, I just have honors at my school.
Oh.
But it's kind of hard to get in my school. But anyways, you gotta be like a smarty pants, but not really.
That's okay. Smarty pants.
Stupid people get in. And I'm like, how did you get in? And they're like,
I know people from.
And they're like, my brother was here. I'm like, oh, that explains it.
That explains it all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
yeah. Do you remember in elementary school how easy school was?
Yeah.
And it was just like,
I know.
You get a 5, and you're like, yes.
It's like it was all. Oh, you tried, and you're like, yay! I got a 1 in art, and now I get like failures. But I don't take art anymore because that made my mark go down so much. I can't draw.
Me neither.
I did really well in the perspective stuff because it was like with a ruler, and like I could do stuff with rulers. I'm good at straight lines.
Me too.
The person's like, you should be an architect. And I'm like, I don't want to be an architect.
She must be a lawyer.
Yeah, what do you want to be?
I don't know.
Well, I think you should be a supermodel.
Oh.
Cause that would be an awesome job.
That would be an awesome job.
Yeah, you get free stuff. Thing we like.
The thing we like. You should watch that video because then you would get it.
Yeah, you would. But you probably did. Well, you might not have, but you can now.
Yeah, because now we told you to.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you have to remember to stay in school. It's so important.
Yeah, I mean, you know what makes me so mad? When people complain about failing, I mean, they weren't there for, like, the whole term. And you're like, where were you? They're like,
go to school.
And they're like, oh, I was skiing. I'm like, there's weekends for skiing.
Yeah, you don't need to miss out on school.
You don't need to miss, like, all the school and then complain about failing and then go for every extra help and then the teacher's like, well, why didn't you just ask? If you knew you were going to be away for, like, a month, you could have just told me.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't leave school for a month unless you're, like, sick. And Brittany's tired now.
No, I'm not.
You're obviously tired about talking about exams because they make you very tired. That's another thing. After my finals, I can't do anything. I'm like, I have to go riding or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I need a Red Bull. I need energy.
I love Red Bull.
Me too.
Hey, Safeway brand Red Bull.
Yeah, that's a little inside joke.
Yeah.
Red Bull is sort of gross.
Don't you hate not being on the inside of the inside joke?
You should hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were a friend, you'd understand. Well, actually, you probably wouldn't. Cause
maybe you should be our friend.
Maybe if you emailed us, we might explain it to you.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's kind of lame, but whatever.
But we think it's funny.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Red Bull tastes like crap, though. Like
I love Red Bull.
It tastes gross.
I had it when I was 8 before it came to Canada.
Really?
No big.
Apparently, you can get it mixed with alcohol, but on the thing it clearly says, do not mix with alcohol because you could die, or something like that.
Yay!
And people drink it with, like, vodka. And I'm like, aren't you kind of asking...
I think that
something?
Too many teenagers drink, like, Monster and all that crap.
Yeah.
It's really bad for you.
And, like, they sit in class, and I'm like...
Drinking Monster.
Yeah, and you're like, Kate, maybe just, like, go to bed at, like, a half decent time. Like, okay, before 2 in the morning.
You know?
I go to bed at, like, 10:30, 11, and wake up at 6, and I'm fine.
I go to bed at, like, midnight and wake up at 7, and I'm fine.
Yeah, but you're also
I'm me, and I get hyper off of sleep
she could drink, like, a glass of juice and be like, boom, I'm ready. And I'll be like, and I'll be sitting there, and I'll be like,
go to bed.
And I'll be like, Bray, shut up. I need sleep. Yeah. But, I mean, seriously, yeah. Like, I can just drink a glass of chocolate milk, and then I'm
I hate milk. Milk is gross.
But chocolate milk is good.
Little kids, if you're listening, don't look up to me. It's not good.
But, okay,
but little kids don't watch
You do know that milk's actually full of, like, all this well, I mean, unless you get non-hormone. It's, like, full of hormones and shit. That's why we're all really, really tall. Because, I mean...
No way.
Yeah, because apparently in France or something, my cousins live there, they're telling me because they're, like, in the farming or agricultural thing, and they're like, yeah, there's regulations so they don't put hormones in, like, milk, and the cows that dairy milk, but here they don't really regulate that. That's why we're all really, really tall.
That's why we're all beautiful and tall.
Yeah, and it's not because we're all from, like, Sweden or something. Cause
don't worry, I'm from here, in case you didn't catch that in the other video.
Yeah, she's not from here, but...
From there, here.
There. Here. Somewhere over there. Further away, like an hour away, maybe. I don't know. Really?
No, like 8 hours away.
Yeah. Not 8 hours.
Yeah, driving.
Well, driving, yeah.
Yeah.
Take a plane, it's like an hour.
Yeah. But with the time change, technically you didn't travel.
Exactly.
I love that.
I know. Sometimes you go to Vancouver, and then you'll, like, take a plane, and you're like, oh, I arrived at the same time. It seems like I didn't spend it. And you're like, I just slept, and I was so confused. I was like, whoa, what happened to time?
What happened? I love airplanes.
Me too.
But we're talking about exams.
Yeah.
Kind of got off topic there.
I mean, the best way to get out of exams is go somewhere, though.
Yep. And then you're like, oh, well, it's okay. They're only
especially if it's not finals or midterms. They make you write those, but
yep.
The little in-between things, they're like, whatever.
Yep.
You know what? You're a good student. I like you.
And don't cram. Cramming doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, the thing you do, though, if you do want to cram, do it the night before and then fall asleep. But make sure you do it.
Or put your textbook under your pillow.
That doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
Well, you gotta read it before you do that.
Yeah. You have to
and then you put it under your pillow and then you sleep. And then if you're like me,
I don't sleep with a pillow. I hate pillows.
Really, I do. I like big puffy ones.
I have like 17 pillows on my bed, but I don't like them.
I normally have like 6, but not when I'm on weekends because I don't like my bed. But yeah. Okay. This is my foolproof tactic. You study like a week in advance, but you just spend like 10 minutes each day or whatever. And then the night before, you spend like an hour or two, like half an hour before you go to bed. You gotta like plan this out. You gotta actually like not fall asleep when you're studying. And then you sleep. And then you try to dream about writing your exam. And then you get a really good mark, usually, in your sleep. And then you write the exam. Sometimes you're really lucky and what you dreamed is actually the exam because you have crazy deja vu like me.
And me.
Yeah, and
my deja
stuff
vus
like
are
that happens.
really
so,
weird.
I mean, we're probably going to run out of time, but if you have any other, like, ideas, comment and tell us.
And subscribe.
And, subscribe, I guess. And, yeah, then we can
keep on rambling on.
Yeah, but
funner
random stuff because we kind of just think of these things and don't really
but
talk
I
about
think
them.
you need to give us some ideas.
Yeah, ideas. Bye!